here we have Pilot, and in this video is going to be his go home video. So it's going to be all of his commands in one video, that way you can refer back to it when he comes home. So in this clip we are just going to be doing basic sits, downs, leash walking, and some jumping or mouthing if he's off if he starts doing that. So the reason I'm recording through his jumping behavior, he's been really good here at Lewis Manor without jumping, but normally he does get a little excited outside, so that's why I'm doing it outside today. That way if he does jump, I can correct that and show it on video, because typically he has stopped jumping here. So whenever he jumps at me, I'm just going to give him that command off with that knee up, and that typically stops him jumping, and he gets a little uncomfortable feeling. It doesn't hurt them when you do that, but it is very uncomfortable and they don't want to do it again. Come, sit. So like I said before in my previous videos, nice and calm, I make him sit, then I give him that treat. If he jumps up, I'm going to wait in till he sits calmly. Sit. Boy. And then I'll have him do it down for me. Pilot. Down. Boy. He has been doing very well with his downs as well. Off the lure, just telling him to go down. Pilot. Down. Good. Boy. Sit. Good. Down. Good. Sit. Good boy. Down. Good. So any kind of mouthing behavior, if you were to mouth my hand, Good boy. Good boy. I don't want him to get amped up, start mouthing me. If he does, I'm going to give him a nice solid chin chop at the bottom of his chin. Pilot. Good boy. Come here. Good boy. Good boy. Pilot. Come. Good. Good boy. So let's do some leash walking. So I'm going to have that nice loose leash. This way. Pilot. Once he comes back to my left side, good boy. If he goes out in front of me, I'm stopping, telling him This way. Good. This way. Good boy. This way. This way. Good boy, Pilot. Good boy. So I don't want him to feed into any amped up behavior this way. Sometimes he does get a little jumpy, but I just try to avoid that and ignore it. That way he doesn't get any satisfaction out of doing it. And if I walk nice and calm, or speed up, this way. This way. Come on. He does get pretty distracted easily. If he looks like he's going to jump up for my hand for a treat, I just say and he normally will kind of calm down. Easy. Good boy. Easy. This way. Good boy. This way. So I'm going to say and then I'm going to hold that leash nice and tight. He's going to hit the end of the leash and correct himself from doing that. And then once he hits the end of the leash, I'm going to wait for that slack to come back this way. Put him onto my left side again and go again. Now, I did take him into a store the other day and took him a little bit to settle in. And then once he kind of was walking around, getting comfortable, he calmed right down pretty quickly. Good boy. This way. Pilot, this way. Good boy. Good boy. Good. want him to know when he's a good boy. He gets my attention. This way. This way. So once he's being this way, come this way, and focus. There we go. Good boy. This way. This way. This way. Come. This way. Good boy. Stop. Good. Easy. Good boy. This way. Come on. Pilot. Good boy. Good boy. I want him to know that when I'm calm, he's calm, and to kind of keep his behavior nice and focused on me. He sees a group of little puppies walking by, so I'm going to try and keep him focused on me throughout that. Pilot. Good boy. See? Pilot. Right. Good. So even though he's kind of testing me a little bit today, he has been really well with his leash walking and kind of staying by my left side with a nice loose leash and not easy this way and not pulling out in front of me like that. But because he's a little testy, I'm kind of glad because this is his go home video, and if you guys are having this issue, kind of giving you ways to fix that. This way, this way, no. This way. Good boy. Pilot. Easy. Come on. Come on. This way. Pilot. Good. Come on. Good. So if he is trying to bite my hand with the treats in it, he's not trying to bite it, but he's trying to mouth it because he wants the treats on his own terms. I'm going to knock him right in the chin with that chin chop. So say he's trying to get these treats in my hand. Now, no. I'm going to say, and then I'm going to say no when I chin chop him. I don't want him doing that because I don't think you guys obviously want him doing that when you're trying to do leash walking either. Because even if like a kid is walking him or something, you don't want him trying to mouth at his hand and it end up being a bite. So Pilot, you're not getting the treat bag. So when he is doing that, I want me to give the treats on my own terms. I don't want him to try and get them on his own terms. So by doing that, I'm kind of knocking that out of the ballpark of his things. Good boy. And then once he kind of ignores, that's when I'm going to give him the treat. Good boy. Come on, this way. Good boy. Just like that. I want to be able to give him the treat and him to wait for me to do that. Come on, this way. Good boy, Pilot. Good boy. Good. Just like that. How he's kind of being calm and waiting for me to give him the treat. That's what I want. Good boy. And I also don't want him snapping at me when he's biting. So it kind of helps him be gentler with his mouth as well. Pilot, come. Good boy. Sit. Good. Down. Good boy. Good boy, Pilot. Good. Good boy. That is a very good boy. And I want him to know when he's being a good boy, he gets my attention. He doesn't have to be a bad boy in order to get that attention. Whenever he's being good, I want to give him some nice calm pets. I don't want to get him super amped up. That's the treat bag. Come here. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Yes. I'll rub your belly. Just roll over. Good boy. Good boy. So in this clip, we are going to be doing Pilot's stay. So sit stay and down stay. Now we have gotten to the point where I can walk out of the room and he will stay content by himself So I wanted to share that with you guys today, and how to perform the stays in a calm demeanor and in a calm environment. I'm going to shut this door right here. There's a couple dogs in here that like to whine while I'm recording, just because they get jealous of us working and talking in the video. It's not very pleasant to hear, so I'm going to try and keep it nice and quiet for you guys. So I'm going to take Pilot, and I'm just going to have him do one sit and a down really quick for me to make sure he's focused on me. Pilot, sit. Yes. Make sure to use lots of positive marker words throughout all of his commands. That way he knows he's doing a good job. Down. Good boy. Good boy, Pilot. All right, so I'm going to be nice and calm when I say the stays. And they are very structured, so whatever stay I put him in, I want him to stay in that stay the whole entire time until I release him. Now, breaks are super normal, especially since he's just learning these past couple weeks. He still has a couple breaks here and there. Completely normal, especially because this is kind of just an introduction. You have to really work on it really hard for a good couple months to have a solid stay. We like to try and get it solid, but we want you guys to make sure you work on it as well. It's not just what we do here, it has to continue at home as well. I'm going to have him do a sit, stay first. Sit, stay. And I'm going to walk around, stay. Now, that was a good self-correction. He doesn't really enjoy when I talk during the stays, but this is really good for him to learn to be able to work through that. Stay. I'm going to remind him stay as I'm going down the hallway where he can't see me. So he's moving, trying to find where I am, trying to see me. Stay. I'm going to go this way. Reminding him stay throughout all of this. Now this is out of sight. I'm going to come back in. So if you were to do that, I'm going to say and I'm going to put him right back into that stay. Sit. Stay. So I'm going to do that same exact thing again. Walk down into here. I'm going to actually walk through this door. Stay. Come back down this door. Go up close to him. Okay. Good boy. And give that release word. Good boy, Pilot. Good boy. So as you can see, I can walk around, go through that door, come back in that door, and he does stay throughout it. I just try and be nice and calm. Don't rile him up. Positive marker words, but in nice, calm voices and tones. Good boy, Pilot. Okay, these are some new treats. You ready? Sit. Stay. Stay. So I don't like to give the release word from a distance because I don't want them anticipating the release word from across the room. So say if I were to give it way down here, the next time I'm way down the next time I'm way down there, he might think it's the release word. Sit. Sit. Stay. The next time I'm way down at the end of the room, he might anticipate me to give a release word down there. So that's why I come super close, give the release word, and then continue on. So I'm going to go right up. Okay. Good boy. That way he's not anticipating it when I'm far away and almost like waiting to get out, like kind of pushing towards the edge of that stay. That's not what I want. So I'm going to do one more quick sit, stay, sit, stay. Sit. Stay. I'm going to hide behind this wall over here. Okay. Good boy. Alright, so now we're going to do a couple down stays. Now, like I said before, breaking is totally normal. He broke in almost every single one of those stays. He has been really doing good. Off. He has been doing really good with not breaking through the stays, but this go home video isn't meant to be perfect, so that's why I'm not pushing for perfection. Pilot, I want you guys to be able to know how to correct those behaviors and the stays if you were to break in your house. Down. I'm going to wait him out. I'm only going to say it one time. I'm going to look at the ground. Good boy. Stay. So I only say commands one time. I don't want to say them over and over and over because it starts to go in one ear and out the other. So by saying it one time, it makes sure, and he makes sure it's sharp, it's accurate, down, stay, stay. So if he does get up, I'm going to put him right into that position. I don't want to lure him back into that down. Put him right into that position physically, and then tell him to stay again. Stay. Walk around this corner. We'll see if he holds it. So as soon as I came back in the room, I'm going to put him right into that down. Down. No, we're not playing. Down. Stay. Stay. So we, stay. He definitely is being a little testy right now, which is probably going to happen to you guys when he comes home. So this is kind of good to show you that he does still have off days and that he's not going to be perfect when he comes home. And it is going to take a lot of practice to make him not want to test you. Pilot. Sit. And down. Stay. Stay. There we go. All right, so I'm going to make him hold this for a couple more seconds, and then we're going to end with the stays on a positive note. Stay. On a positive note, with another quick 30-second down stay and him holding it the entire time. I'm not going to walk super far away because he seems to not like that today, which is kind of a bummer because I was very proud of it this week. Okay. Good boy. Pilot. Down. Stay. Alright, so I'm going to try and make this at least 30 seconds. That way we can end on a positive note. With the down stay, he is doing very well with his downs without the lure, just going right down. He has been a very good boy. He is good with all of these commands, and he has come such a long way. He has been a really great boy. So I'm very proud of where we are in his training for the short amount of time we had, especially not being an 8-week-old puppy and being a little older. Sometimes they are kind of like stuck in their ways, but it's not too hard to train them out of it because he is still a puppy. Stay. So he looked like he was going to get up. I just said and then told him to stay. Now I'm going to go up and give him the release word. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Pilot. See, it wasn't that bad, was it? Good boy. So in this clip, we are going to be doing Pilot's place command. So I'm going to give him a treat when he first gets onto the bed, just for the first one of this video, and then we're going to continue without the treats. So I'm going to take that treat, tell the place, point to the bed, tell him place. Good boy. Place, He gets off. Place. Good. Place. So he's Place. If he sees other people, other dogs, I still want him to be able to hold that place command. Pilot, place. Good Good boy. Place. I'm going to go walk down the end of the hall. I want him to hold this place command until I give him the release word. This is much less structured than a stay would be, so he can do anything he wants on that bed. Sit down, stand, move around, doesn't matter. Eventually, as he gets further along with it, you can even put a long-term treat or a toy on there for him to chew. But I want him to be able to stay content by himself on the place bed for the moments right now. Place. He has been doing very well with this place command, minus a couple of breaks here and there. Place. Place. And the place command does not have any hand signals. It's just the word place. And obviously pointing to the bed when he gets on. Place. So we can come to the edge of the bed. Obviously, if he thinks he might want to get off, I'm going to give him that warning of And if he were to step off, just like the place or just like the stays, I'm going to take him and put him right back on there with a collar, or even pick him up. Since he's bigger, I do just use his collar to put him on there. At first, you might want to try this with a leash and tethering him. That way you can just grab the leash and put the leash or walk him back up there. Lace. All right. Now, same thing with the stays. I'm going to walk up and give that release word. Okay. Good boy. Good boy, Pilot. Good. Pilot. Place. Yes. That was much better. That's normally how it starts out. Just by pointing in the bed, telling him place. No treats. No breaks right away. That's typically how our place commands go. But of course, for the video, he has to be a little testy. Place. Which is okay because I don't want to send a perfect video and then have him get home to you guys and you guys think you're doing something wrong or anything, because all puppies have off days, all dogs have off days. It's just part of life. Place. I'm going to go into this room out of sight. Where he can't see me. Good boy. Good place. Good place, Pilot. Place. I'm going to go out of the room again. Walk around. This place command, is really great, especially when you have people coming into the home. They don't want to get bombarded by a dog right away. It's nice to kind of send them to their place, have them hang out there until you give them the release word and everything settles down. Place. Okay. Good boy. Good boy, Pilot. Good. I'm going to have him do that one more time for us. Pilot. Place. Yes. So I do apologize as I ran out of storage. So I left him on this place command and we are going to try this again. So I'm now going to go up and praise him because I want to know he gets my attention and praise when he's being good on the bed. So once he's being nice and calm, I'm going to go up and praise him. Good boy. Nice and calm. I don't want to overwhelm him. I don't want to amp him up because when I step away, he is still going to be in that place command. So I don't want him to get mixed up with a release word. Place. Place. And now I'm going to give him the release word. Okay. Good boy. Good boy, Pilot. And we're going to end on that. That was a really good hold. Pilot. Pilot. Pilot, come. Good boy. Easy. Good boy. Good boy. That was very good. I want to praise him up for that. I want him to know that he does get to end on a positive note when he is a good boy. Yes, good boy. So here I have Pilot outside. We are going to be working on a recall in this video. I have him off leash. I have been having him off leash and he's been an extremely good boy out here. We have been working really hard on recall and he has been really great at it actually. He's been a very good boy. I always want to make sure I have his attention for recall. You never want to recall a dog if they are looking at something else. Come on, Pilot. I do apologize. There's a dog jealous that we're not taking him on a walk along too. One of Pilot's friends actually. So we're going to get behind these trees over here and then I'm going to show you a couple good recall techniques. So now that we are in the trees and away from the other dogs being able to see us, I'm going to let Pilot go and do his own thing, and then I'm going to recall him back to me. So one of the main things is if you don't have a dog's focus, if their eyes aren't on you, their ears are off. So you have to get their attention before you recall them. So any kind of noise, a whistle, I'm going to show you how that works. So say he's sniffing right now, I want to get his attention. And then he's looking around, just like that. Good boy. Good boy, Pilot. So he's going to go sniffing. He's going to go sniff something out, go have fun and play. And when he is away sniffing, I'm going to recall him back to me. And then when he comes back, I'm going to give him that reward. Pilot, come. Good. Just like that. So getting his attention, once his eyes are on me, he's focused. That's when I'm going to say, Pilot, come. And then, obviously, he knows what it means and doesn't really need to be cued in focus-wise, but it is nice. And if you want it to work every time, setting them up for the best success, that is the best way to do it. Pilot, come. Yes, good boy. Good boy, Pilot. So you also don't want to say it over and over and over. So if I were to say, Pilot, come, 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 it's almost going in one ear, out the other. Pilot, come. Good boy. Good boy. And it's also nice if you are struggling with it to use high-value treats. Today we are not using high-value treats, but Pilot is already very people-oriented, people-focused, so he likes to stick close by. But if there were to have something happen where he's running, I want him to have a strong recall, especially here. We live on 225, or we work on 225 acres. Pilot, come. Good boy. Any kind of loud noise will work. It doesn't always have to be a whistle. Whistles seem to have the best sound for traveling. Good boy, Pilot. Good boy. Pilot, come. Good. He is a very good boy, though he definitely likes to stick close by, but also loves to go have fun. We take the side-by-side out, and they all like to run behind the side-by-side, and he has a blast. Pilot. Pilot, come. Good boy. You can even use his name and just say, Pilot, get his attention, and come. That also works very well, especially when they're older. They know their names very well, and that he knows his name is Pilot. Come on, this way. Good boy. He is very attentive, as you can see, kind of sticking right by me. Pilot, where are you? Hey, set. Good boy. Down. No, you're in the grass. Down. All the way. Good boy. Okay, come. Pilot, come. Good. Pilot, come. This is a fun game, isn't it, Pilot? Pilot, come. Good boy. Good boy, Pilot. But that is just a little bit about Pilot's recall. He is very good at it. As you can see, he always has fun here, and there's lots of open fields that he loves to go and run. So we do definitely want a strong recall for that aspect. And especially when we take them out on side-by-sides, there's quite a few of them, probably about 5 that go out in different groups, age groups. And so we want them to be able to have a strong recall because we go all over the place with that. Pilot, come. Good boy. Good boy. So say he is getting into something over there in the weeds. That was kind of a example of if you were to go and get into something, what you can do. Just give him a nice little focus word, any kind of noise really, to get him to cue in, focus, and then give him that come command. Good boy, Pilot. Good boy. Pilot. Pilot, come. Good boy. Good boy. I wanted to record this little clip of Pilot in one of our school trips that we went on, and he was such a good boy, soaking up all that love and attention.